For those of you here in the paddock today, and for those of you tuning in from live around the world, welcome to opening weekend for the United States Pro Kart Series here live from Orlando Kart Center. It is Championship Sunday in the way that it is the end of a weekend. It feels like it's been a long way going, but it's just the main events, the first of the 5-round championships here. My name's Andrew Clements here live for Kart Chaser. Alongside me, the voice of the United States Pro Kart Series, Randy Kugler. A time change overnight as the sun right beating down on us, so beating down on the drivers as well. The stage is set. 2,500 big ones on the line for Pro Shifter, but more importantly, history to be written as the first ever U.S. Pro Kart Series Pro Shifter main event winner. Danny Formal trying to give OTK their first KZ win stateside in over a decade, and Rawlson Performance Group their first major win in the Pro Shifter category. He rolls off third. Ahead of him, the other two that make up the big three. Marijn Kremers comes hot off his big-time win at PK Race Park, but he'd like to finally get himself a checkered flag in 2023 where he's the first to cross the line. To do that, he'll need to be better than Magic Kart USA's AJ Myers, who swept all 3 heat races and will line up on the pole as he tries to make up for what's been a nightmare start to a 2023 season that has started with so much promise and so much speed.
AJ Myers choosing the inside there from the pole. Kremers starts on the clean side of the racetrack on the outside lane. It's been a battle of the big 3 so far. Giorgio Carrara has been the next best pace-wise, but he had some bad luck in the heats. We go to the lights for the final time.
The back there.
Oh yeah, we do, but we're gonna go green anyway, and we're racing down to turn number 1.
AJ Myers off to a little bit of a lead here. Kind of typical through the heat races, so he got out to the lead first 5-6 laps, and then Kremers and Formal were able to bring it back. So let's see what he can do here. Let's see if these the front 3 are going to stay together for this long race.
Kremers is reeling in AJ Myers, but Danny Formal's reeling in them both. He's there, turn 9, here he comes, looking on the inside, clear. Danny Formal to second with working lap number 5. Still a long way to go in this one. This point of the race, of course, they're still feeling each other out, but if you've got the speed, you gotta go. As like you said, AJ Myers at the end of the straightaway. Big mistake out of AJ Myers. He locked the rear tires up and went straight into the wall. And AJ Myers from the lead spins out halfway, and he falls all the way behind the top 2. Well, now if Marijn Kremers was taking it easy, anticipating a battle for the lead, he's going to need to find some speed here quickly, because Danny Formal now has clear racetrack, and Myers has gone off again. Turn number 9. AJ Myers has gone around, and the braking issues continued in the next heavy braking corner, and he has backed it into the wall. You think at that point one mistake or one issue, maybe a driver error, but I think at this point potentially a brake issue. Maybe he lost front braking power. Well, Marijn Kremers doesn't have in-car radio to hear us, but he definitely thought the same thing, thought that I mentioned a moment ago, that he's going to need to find speed to run down Danny Formal. He can't just take it easy, take care of his tires, and let him fight with AJ, and he's done that. He's closed the gap. This time by might be the new fast lap of the race, but now the RPG Cosmic driver, he said we've been standard all the way through. We were fast in Las Vegas. We figured out some carburation settings at the Summer Nationals in Newcastle in his first race with the team after dominating at the Florida Winter Tour. Again, the last time Danny was here, he about swept all the heat races and clinched the first ever Florida Winter Tour clean sweep of the championship, winning all 3 main events en route to the title with the Leading Edge Motorsports Formula K factory team. Now, aboard the OTK, he's trying to bring a different brand to light at a racetrack he's made so many memories at over the years. And then with a big opportunity with ANSA Motorsports and Patrick Otto Madsen, he was able to get behind the wheel of a sports car, and from there, his career has gone up like a rocket ship, getting picked up by Wayne Taylor Racing just 2 years ago, got to compete in the Daytona 24 Hours, getting to go to Sebring next week. He's going to go in there with some extra hardware. Make sure you got room in your bags, Danny. Danny Formal will win round 1 of the US Pro Kart Series in Orlando. And he brings Rollison Performance Group their first ever Pro Shifter win. You can see how much it means to him. The respect there being shown by Marijn Kremers and Danny Formal. It has been a trying last 12 months behind the wheel of a go-kart when he can. As there he goes with a big fist pump and a number 1 to the crowd here up on the catwalk.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to RPG for this opportunity. Mike Rollison has taken me in, and the whole RPG team. Everyone under the tent had just been fantastic with me. So thankful for them. Mike, my mechanic, we connected in Vegas, and again in Vegas we were super duper fast also in Super Nats and had just bad luck. Unfortunate what happened to AJ. I think the battle would have been really good between me, AJ, and Marijn if he did not break issues. But yeah, the pace was good. I gapped Marijn at the end a little bit, and yeah, the go-kart never fell off. My chassis was on rails. Seriously, the OTK shifter was full standard all weekend long.
Fans, a lot of you have been tuning in and giving your thoughts on who you think could potentially win this one. The poll right now still coming in with more votes. Pauly Massimino, your poll man, has 42% on the poll of everyone thinking that Pauly Massimino from the front row can get things done. Diego Kentejia, 3%. Ryan Norberg rolls off 10th. And Randy, he still has 39% of the crowd viewership thinking he can get the job done. Got it on your screen. You've seen all the heat races here alongside me all weekend. Who do you have taking it here today?
Pauly Massimino.
Really?
He's been strong, and I think he's consistent. He's due, and I think he's going to be there at the end, and I think he's going to be able to do it.
I think Pauly Massimino's a very safe bet. He's obviously, like you said, he's been due. Out of all the experience and all the podiums he's gotten over his career, one that's eluded him so far is a true main event win in the Pro National category, the X30 Pro Division. And how about the return of Arias Deukmedjian on that DAP card for Chad Dawkin Racing? The number 302 had one spin at the end of the day in Heat 3, and so you're always kind of only as good as your last race. Everyone forgets about how quick he's been. He could be a big-time factor. X30 Pro Senior, 26 laps. All kinds of storylines. He's on the power. We're green down to turn number 1, and they're all going to flurry to the inside lane as they go to the first corner. Massimino gets the jump. Brandon Carr side by side, beating tires there with Diego Kentejia, and Kentejia hangs on to second. Carr to third. Laurent Legault to fourth. Great start for Arias Deukmedjian. He's up to fourth. Oh, Ellie Goldstein and everybody there getting tangled up, and Ingrata got the worst of it. Now, Deukmedjian and everybody else have lost a ton of time to the top 3. Well, Kentejcia's gone around Massimino here this lap, so the 337 will lead his first laps of the main event as they cross the line. 7 down, 19 laps to go. Massimino second still, Brandon Carr third. Brandon Carr is going to take that RPM Tony card to the front. He goes by on Kentejcia. Kentejcia is going to answer quickly. Massimino not sure where to go. They're nearly 3 wide for the lead. He'll kind of tuck back in line and ride, and Brandon Carr trying to go at it. These two drivers here really giving it to each other.
Now Deukmedjian up to third, and he's going to close in now possibly on Brandon Carr.
So now Matheus Morgado's been watching Arias Deukmedjian, having him toe the line along there in 4th and 5th. Deukmedjian up to third. Arias, problems for Diego Kentejcia. He's blown a chain. Diego Kentejcia was in contention for a podium and for what appears to be the 3rd main event in a row, a DNF for the 337 RPG Cosmic. Arias Deukmedjian now have 2 left. It is 2nd place Brandon Carr and race leader Pauly Massimino. 5,000 big ones up for grabs here in X30 Pro for the main event win. 315 goes low and dive bombs the leader, and Massimino's back to 3rd, back to 4th. Carr was close enough the last few laps, and he takes over the lead. Here comes Deukmedjian, contact, he's through, and here comes Morgado as well.
Who would have thought 10 laps ago that Arias Deukmedjian would have even had a shot at this? Right now he's got about a 2-car length advantage.
He is trying to block here, and Matheus Morgado is, oh my gosh, man, Brandon Carr nearly just clipped the rear end of Arias Deukmedjian. 2 years out of the seat, will round the final corner, and the DAP card will win the main event here in X30 in Orlando. And Norberg steals the podium. Norberg gets it done on Ingrata and Brandon Carr.
Yeah, I mean, going into this race, we've had a really tough weekend. I mean, I did horrible in the tire management. The compound changed from last time I'd driven, and I wasn't used to it at all. After speaking with some of my team members, Eric and Tate, I knew I had to tire manage really well coming into this race. And I realized I was actually really good pace. A lot of people were losing grip really rapidly. And like quarter way through the race, I just really started to like be really careful on the tires. And the tires loved it. My time kept crawling down, and down. And, you know, we were catching them, and it didn't not help that they were fighting a bit. So yeah, once I caught them, it was just kind of smooth, just dicing back and forth, and then I got pretty lucky. Morgado was there as well. He was really, really smart about how he drove with me. So yeah, props to him as well for a really good race, and thank you to all my competitors and of course Kart Republic.